We're from the Yard Theatre, and as a theatre, we start with a short performance exercise, which you might like to close your eyes for. Imagine you are not you. You did not grow up in the place you grew up, you were not born in the place you were born, and you do not have the job that you have. Instead, you're a young man from Hackney, one of the most deprived boroughs in the UK, uncertain of its economic future. You're one of the 25,000 people unemployed in the area and one of the 12 million nationwide too poor to engage in social activities such as going to the theatre or the cinema. You feel frustrated, even angry about your situation, and you do not feel valued. How do you process and express that? You can open your eyes now. Thank you.
Do you express it like this? This image was taken in London in July 2011, the same month that the Yard opened its doors. Or do you show it like this?
On a stage to an audience that is really listening. We encourage people to do the latter. We believe the answer lies in part in connecting members of the community through imaginative interaction and the outlet and process of performance and opportunities within the arts in general.
And our approach is threefold. Firstly, we run a volunteer scheme which offers members of the community and also recent graduates hands-on experience in the collaborative nature of making theatre. That includes kind of technical training such as box office management that Jenny here is doing.
Secondly, our tickets are deliberately low to make theatre accessible to those whose income or inclinations make theatre expensive or formidable. No one paid more than £10 to see this show.
And thirdly, and most importantly, is our community interaction project, which sees our artists rehearse in local community buildings around the area. These can be libraries, schools, churches, anywhere with space. And in return, these artists then perform performance workshops for the members of those communities, often with young people. Now, the slide that you're looking at now is from Nigel and Louise. They're fantastic artists, and their show's actually running right now in the Yard. And they were running a theatre games workshop for young people, and this is at Springfield in Hackney. I spoke to Terry, who works at the centre, just to see how he thought the workshop had gone. And he told me that one of the young girls there actually has incredible behavioural problems, to the point where she's had to be excluded from some of the activities in the club. But he said for this workshop, for an entire hour, she was focused, she was concentrated, she worked well with the other members of the group, and she enjoyed herself. And so I think that's a really good example, and there are many, many examples of how being involved in the process of making theatre can teach you not only about yourself, but also about others.
This is our artistic director, Jay Miller, and one of our associate artists, Alex Rennie, delivering a workshop on communication. The aim of workshops is to provide participants with imaginative tools to express their ideas confidently and imaginatively and take those tools out into the rest of their lives. We're not here to turn people into actors, but we want to encourage people to be active. To show you what we mean, let's look at one of our workshops.
Just know what you do, Maya. They all wanna learn how to do this, so I'ma take you right through this. As on to dance is the movement, so when you jump on the floor, better use it. First step is a step. You can move to the right, to the left. You can even freestyle when you step. Put your hands in the air and you rep. So go. Twist your fingers, you can wave and say hello, low. Make a fist and you can hit them with that blow. No balance, that's how you do my zoom. Let me see you go. Kill beat to my azonto. Now watch me do my azonto. Now watch me do my azonto. Now watch me do my azonto. You walk over the pages. I want you to do my head, shoulders, knees and toes free.
The young people in that video actually chose that song, so that's from them. But as you can see from the video, things are going really well. We've managed to take performance out of the theatre into the community and inspire them, and also hopefully raise their aspirations and generate a lasting sense of ownership over the skills that they learn in those workshops.
And it's not just the participants that benefit. Artists develop new skills and are encouraged to think more actively about the people they are making work for.
We also improve accessibility to the arts through subsidised and free events.
We dispel the stigma and assumptions deeply ingrained within many communities that the arts aren't accessible to them. Through imaginative interaction with the dispossessed, we can transform their perspective. They can be imaginative, expressionistic, symbolic.
And we hope that this will mean that multiple stories can be told by multiple voices. So where do we want to go from here? We've successfully taken performance from the theatre and into the communities, and now we also want to work in the other direction. We've built these very, very strong community relationships but the communities are disparate. And we want them to meet and come together, and we want that to happen in our building. So we want them to come together and share ideas and information about their own cultures, their own ideas, and have an inspirational collaboration within our building. Now, investment in this project will allow us to explore new ways of how we want to do that. How do we want these communities to start talking to each other? And we're going to do that by this.
Programming a minimum of 6 events per year born out of the community and programmed by the people.
We're going to develop the My Yard season ticket, which will further subsidise ticket prices so that people on very, very low income can still regularly access the arts.
Expand the project into schools.
And refine the model. Oh, sorry, don't know what happened there. Refine the model so that it may be duplicated across the UK and even the EU.
Investment will provide a full-time member of staff dedicated to forging long and strong relationships.
Now, the beauty of this is that it's based in a free gift economy. The value of it is that once we have gone into an organisation, and that's what we're asking for funding for, is so that we can start to expand the project and define a model that can be handed over to other organisations. Once it is established in those organisations, this is the only transaction that needs to happen. It's the free transaction between the community and the artist.
But in order for this gift economy to work, it is crucial that workshops remain free for all participants.
And this is the band of misfits to make it happen. This is the founder and artistic director of our company, Jay Miller. Marketing, Colette Auer. Production and technical manager, David Mullen. Music and events programmer, Canty Devissoir. Tanith Linden, our operations manager, and that's us. I'd like to point out that that's not our boat. We don't own a boat. We borrowed the boat.
Now, before we finish, let's cast our minds back to that young, frustrated man in Hackney who wasn't sure what he was worth or maybe hadn't had the opportunity to show it. Let's give him that opportunity now. Thank you.
Thank you.